What's up, beautiful folks? Welcome to ZSR2 to be exact, and welcome to the Minish Cap, a randomizer weekly race today on this beautiful Sunday, EST in the United States, EDT in the United States. Not so much summertime yet in the EU, so some time zone shenanigans, but we're still on time. We didn't miss out on the right time. Without further ado, let's actually switch it around. Let's hand it to our solo commentator, to our Dark Knight, Rumstein. Take it away. It's all yours.
Hey, thank you, Trey. Thank you for the intro. Hello, everyone. It's been a long time since I've been here involved with the Minish Randomizer community. It's great to be here again. It's great to see you all again and to see our runners again. So tonight, this is going to be a two-way restream with Bluesy and Smash Hazy. They will be running tonight in the Minish Cap Randomizer Sunday Weekly. This will begin shortly. This is the Standard Weekly, so with the current standard settings, which include Open Fusions, Rupee Mania, Obscure Spots, close the HC with 4 elements, 4 sword required. Well, the classic usual stuff. Feel free to ask questions if you need in the chat. We're here to answer. It will be starting really soon. And let's go. Good luck to our runners. And let's see. What are the starting items? What are we going with at the start? Looks like it's going to be the spin scroll. So we already have the spin attack, which is required. But we don't have much thing to actually deal damage right now, and in terms of access as well. The first thing we want to see are like sword or bombs to, get easy access in the mage. Okay, that's an element check, so Deeper Shrine and Capeless are not required. So Droplets, Palace, Crypt, and Fortress in the order of the elements. In the Tower of Wind, we have rupees, a lot of rupees, money. This can eventually be required for, the shop. And as I see in the chat, this is effectively a all Kingstone seed. The Caster Wild Kingstone are required to access Fortress, the Veil Falls and Cloudtop's Kingstone are required to access Palace of Wind, and the shop doesn't have anything. You can buy rupees for rupees. Smash and Bluesy going at the same time for the obscure spot in the inn, and that's a bottle. That's an interesting find. So the bottle, we can't use it now, I guess, but once we can go to the west, we have access to. Oh, never mind. Okay, we have a sword. We have our first sword in the mayor's basement. Okay, the sword already gives us access to the first Rupee Cave, in which we have a Cloudtop's Kingstone and a Swamp Kingstone, fake remote bombs, and a hurt container. Okay, so 1 Kingstone of each. That's not so bad. So now we technically have access to Krenol, but we can't do much in it. Well, we have the bomb bags, so we actually can do things in Krenol right now. Every time I say something, I get countered by the game immediately. That's a good beginning, right? So Bluesy is looking to go to the eastern part instead. Maybe do the forest loop. That's a class start. Alternatively, you could go maybe for a cradle play, because early bottles and 2 bomb bags, that can point to cradle really early. So Smash is actually going to clean the first sphere, like cleaning currently the Tingle trees, finding the bow butterfly, Oh, and already a second sword for Bluesy. So the Eastern Hills have the green sword. Interesting. Alright. Smash doesn't seem to find any useful progression in the first sphere. So far we only got the bottle and the sword. And pushing this play to the castle. The castle has two free checks at the beginning. Well, a big green rupee, that's just 50 rupees. And now the freestanding on the side of the swordman. That's another butterfly, that's the Mitz butterfly. That's not progression though. There is nothing on the nut spot. This does not please the nut. And now Bluesy going through the forest in reverse and finding the boots. This is going to speed things up, honestly. Finding the boots early will speed things up. Your routing is so smoother with that. Also a third bomb bag. Okay, so 3 bomb bags right at the beginning? I would say it's pointing toward Cradle. Like bottles and all those bombs so early. Go to Cradle. Have you missed anything? Well, no, you were here right at the beginning. The first sword, along with the bottle, opened like the east of the seed, and the east of the map currently gives us 2 more bomb bags and the boots. So right now it looks like it's going to be Criminal right away, and the graveyard key. So the graveyard key is required. We just can't do anything with it right now. But it's good to find it early so you are relieved. You know you won't be struggling to find it. You know you won't be struggling to have access to the Royal Crypt. Because, well, we already have the graveyard key, we already have the boots, all that's missing is the blue sword, and a fake bomb bag. Like, oh, okay, that would have been 4 bomb bags. That would have been the 99 bomb bags at less than 6 minutes and a half. Okay, no. That would have been a nice meme. Like, all bomb bags right away. Bluesy going to clear the first sphere on the way, because it's literally on the way, so that's a perfectly understandable play. While Smash is doing the same as Bluesy, but the other way around. So Bluesy is going to find the bow and Mitz butterfly soonish. He found the butterfly. The Mitz butterfly is in the castle. So yeah. Bluesy also has access to that underground check. There's a freestanding on the ground. I don't think I've actually seen it. So why is the music Pokemon? This is because on the Minish Cap Randomizer, you can actually have alternative music pack. So right now, you can generate seeds with the vanilla music, with the Pokemon Emerald music, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music, and Final Fantasy V Advance musics. You can also select an option to randomize the music. Oh yes, there's also Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Sorry, that's true. This pack was made by Zelda. You can also choose to randomize the musics, like have any music of your pack anywhere in the game. That doesn't go well with custom music packs. So yeah, at this point, if the seed has been generated with multiple patches, so you can choose the pack, it's up to the runner's preference. Otherwise, it's up to the seed roller's preference. Alright, Bluesy clearing the castle, because Bluesy has found the boots before going to the castle, contrary to Smash. So Bluesy can do 2 more checks, and there's a Swamp Kinstone. So this is going to pay off, and this is going to save some time compared to Smash. Yes, in a future build, we may be able to dash with the boots has Minish. Though the build in question, like there's a dev build for it right now, but it has a few issues currently, so I wouldn't use that currently anyway. Bluesy going for the school's basement? That's an unusual play. Like, you don't really do that check really early. That's a second bottle. Smash going for the Swordman in town. We haven't seen it yet, either. Yes, that will also introduce bomb shoes. I don't know if those would be in the standard settings, though. If it's an option, it's nice. So, okay. There's the grip ring on the Swordman. That was the Rock Breaker check. Unless that was a trap. But I'm pretty sure I saw the grip ring there. Smash doing the map check as well. And that's the grip ring. Oh, Bluesy not even going for the dash attack check. Bluesy living with 1 check remaining. Like, okay, I have bottle, I have bomb bags, I have grip ring, I'm rushing to Krenel right away. I don't care if I have 1 remaining check, I'm rushing Krenel. No. Maybe he forgot. Yeah, he probably forgot because he did the boots check in the castle. So maybe he just saw the grip ring, he thought, oh, well, I made access to Krenel right away, and forgot like that he could do 1 more check. Like, yeah, that's entirely possible. Or that might just be a combo, like skipping check. Like, you have a lot of items that tell you, go there with a big red alarm. Go there, it's your progression. Every item you have points there. So yeah, he might have just skipped this single check. I wouldn't have skipped it because it takes like 5 additional seconds while you're at it, but yeah. So the main thing with the grip ring is that you can skip getting the hot green water because you do not need to make the beanstalk grow. Now both runners choose to check lower Krenel. Some runners would advocate in this case to skip lower Krenel, especially if Cave of Flames was required. But well, you don't really want to go after Cave of Flames. I don't think you can actually go there right away, even through the Vanilla Way. So Remote Bombs were a nice find. Now we have the dog food as well. And that's all. Just a bunch of traps. and Bluesy getting lucky with the bomb drops. We don't need those many bomb drops because we have 3 bomb bags. With a single bomb bag, that would have been nice to have all those bomb drops. Smash just not bothering being accurate with the bombs. You know, you have 50 bombs. You don't care. You just put all the bombs and smash all the dust. Both runners will be quick warping after those 2 quick checks. They will have finished with a lower kernel. And so far, the only progression item they found is the dog food, which they cannot redeem right away because we don't have access to the lake. And another bomb bag? We have all the bomb bags before 15 minutes. We're not even at 15 minutes yet, and we have all bomb bags. 99. Okay, we have all bomb bags and the remote bombs. We have everything about bombs. What the heck? That's bomb percent. The remote bombs are extremely useful. Well, you can trigger them when you want, rather than having to time your throws. So when you put them in front of bombable walls, you can just make them explode right away. You don't have to wait for the bomb to explode. That's even faster than using roll lift. You can also use your bomb as a throwable weapons more than once. There are multiple caveats to using remote bombs. Alright, so both runners are heading for the summit of Mount Crinol, the Beanstalk, the Hype, with a lot of checks due to Rupee Mania. Alright, let's see, what do we have on Crinol's Beanstalk? The Mitts! The Call of Middle, Sword Beam, and a Piece of Hurt. So, the Call of Middle is really nice, that's for free checks in town, but the Mitts, in those settings, I think we have access to I think we have vanilla access to Cave of Flames. We can't do much in Cave of Flames, but we have access to Memory Mines. And in Memory Mines, there are a lot of digging spots. Digging spots that are randomized, since this is obscure spots. So finding the mates here is a major progression point. I'd say go to the vanilla path to Carve just to get to Mary's Mine and do the obscure spots. Unfortunately, yeah, we have no way to break parts, so we actually can't access Mary's Mines. Like, too bad. That's really short. We were that close. But otherwise, that would have been a valid play. The boomerang. So the boomerang is useful in some situations, but it doesn't give you any progression. Though it's useful, like, it makes the Skissels Beetle fight easier because you can stun the beetles with the boomerang. It makes some dungeons safer because you can farm fairies with the boomerang. But okay, right now the immediate progression in the town Mid's Cave, we find the flippers. Carlov's house only has 2 pieces of hurt, unfortunately. So right away, the Myths gives us the flippers. And the flippers doesn't give us Oh, it gives us lake access through the forest. We can't access it through the ranch, but we can access it through the forest. That's actually the vanilla way to get to the blue book in vanilla. So right now we could access the lake, including the dog food, including the lake dog check because we have the dog food, and most of all, Temple of Droplets. Temple of Droplets, with both Rupee Mania and Obscure Spots, has a lot of free checks. We cannot access the basement underwater rupee because we don't have any way to get there, I think. We don't have a way to get to the... oh, the lamp. Well, talk about droplets. Talk about droplets. The lamp. The lantern here in town, right behind the flippers. If we find the red sword, it might indicate a really early droplets. I mean, red sword would tell you go to Western Woods, but after that, our first dungeon would be Temple of Droplets. Talk about the devil! Talk about it! The red sword! Oh my god, so... the Trilby Hills swordman gives us the red sword. Alright, talk about the devil. So now we have access to Western Woods, which has a lot of checks. Especially since we have the myths and there are multiple digging spots there. Smash also has the lamp. So the lamp is available before Western Woods. That would give us access to Percy. So right now we can potentially full clear Western Woods. And I don't remember how many checks that is. I'm pretty sure it's more than 40 checks. Alright, 2 blue books. Okay, 2 blue books as freestanding is funny. You know that one of them is a trap, but you don't know which one, so Bluesy fell for the first trap. That's funny. And the shield. Yeah, Bluesy will have to miss Percy right now, so he might be tempted to skip Percy. Even after getting the lamp. Like, you know, the usual skip Percy meta. No, don't skip Percy. Poor Percy. Alright, so finding Fast Split, as well as a hurt container. The second swamp kinstone for Smash. Full clearing the castle. Raw attack is a nice scroll to have. And what's on the beanstalk today? Oh, a kinstone. Okay, it's not the real Karina. You fool! Okay, that's a Cloud Top Skinstone, a fake shield, and a fake bracelets. All traps. Wow. So there was only a Cloud Top Skinstone. Like, okay, you see 4 freestandings and 3 of them are traps. So, alright, so picking another sword? Already? Wait, we have access to the crypt, right? We have access to the royal crypt already. So the first dungeon won't even be Temple of Droplets, it's going to be royal crypt. And welcome to the Raiders. Thanks Flash M for raiding here. Welcome to the Minish Cap Randomizer Weekly. So yeah, Crypt as the first element is quite uncommon. Though Temple of Droplets doesn't seem completable for now, right? Because okay, the lamp does unlock the right side, but without the cape and without the jar, it is not guaranteed that we can get all the keys. So at least I can say that Temple of Droplets is not completable in logic. However, Royal Crypt is. You can complete Royal Crypt before Temple of Droplets. So yeah, as I thought, you would need Ghost Jar or Cape to be able to finish. Like, you wouldn't even be able to access the Blue Warp, which is required because there's one of the two levers to access Octo. And Bluesy chooses to actually push Castle to the Minish checks. Some runners would skip them because they take a lot of time, but we do have access to all the Minish checks since we have the flippers. Alright, Smash finding the shield, Smash being in Western Woods just behind Bluesy. Bluesy having a small advantage though, I'd say. Alright, so yeah, we won't see many new checks. Alright, okay, we do get to see Percy. He is not she is not skipping Percy. Smash is not skipping Percy. I repeat, we are seeing Percy, and Percy had nothing today. Alright, I admit it. You should have skipped Percy this time. But there's no reason to skip Percy, right? It's literally 2 free checks on the way. You shouldn't skip it. Like, there's no way to know if Percy has anything. Alright, will Smash get debated by all the traps as well? That's 1 trap. That's the 2nd trap. 3 traps. And yeah, the quiver was also trapped. 4 traps. Okay, so if we want to analyze this play, you should at least not be baited by the shield trap. Because you already have a shield, and the mirror shield wouldn't give you any advantage. So you would just not try to get the 2nd shield, because it could be a trap, so you would just avoid any 2nd shield anyway. Though the bracelet, Ocarina, and quiver, well, that's another story. Mirror shield is pretty, and I guess there's one use to it. You get less bullied by Octo if you get Battle Range E, if you cannot manipulate Octo. But that's all. Like, when Octo charges, you get less recoil if you shield with the Mirror Shield. But that's the only use to Mirror Shield. I guess the only other use is that you can reflect the Lakitu's flashball, and that's all. Just never go for Mirror Shield. It lets you explode Link. I did not know that. I know you can do a funny graphical glitch with it. Like during the Octo fight, if you activate the lamp and the mirror shield at precise frames, you can have a little graphical glitch. But that's all. Like I didn't know about. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's that. Okay. It's impressive how bad the mirror shield in this game is. It's impressive because the mirror shield actually requires you to beat the game first. Because you cannot get the mirror shield before defeating Batty in the vanilla game. You have to beat the game, you have to finish the Goron quest, and then give your wooden shield to Big Goron at the top of Falls, and he will give you the mirror shield. So it's literally post-game content that is just straight up bad. Like at this point, you wouldn't have any use for the mirror shield, and even with that, you literally don't have any use. So Bluesy entering Temple of Droplets, but without the lamp. So Bluesy will only have access to the left path rupees. Literally only that. But also, Bluesy has to get the boss key by doing the puzzle. Okay, that's not a hard puzzle, yes. But it does take a few seconds. Like with the lamps, you just burn the ice cube and that's done. So not going there with the lamp kinda burns you, pun intended. But yeah, Smash is going to save time in Temple of Droplets. We only have 2 keys for now. There are 6 rupees here, and that's the last checks available. Oh, okay, a 3rd key and the 3rd Swamp Kingston. We have access to... yes, we have access to Fortress of Wind, actually. We have access to Fortress without the bow. We have access to so many places. Like we have access to Crypt, we have access to Droplets, we have access to Fortress, we have access to 3 required dungeons. We can't complete them all, but we have access to 3 dungeons. That's awesome. How? The first bow could be in Fortress, but it could also be in Droplets. Like imagine if it's behind the lamp. Imagine the advantage Smash would have. So remember earlier the Western Woods Beanstalk? It had a fake bracelet, fake quiver. Well, both of those items were in the lake. Nice. Those are the real ones. Like you asked the dog to retrieve the wooden stick, and he gave you 30 wooden stick, because you have 30 arrows in your first quiver. Well, no, wait, no. 30 is with the bow. The first quiver is 50. He gives you 50 sticks. How... That's a good boy, right? I mean, I don't know if it's a good boy or good girl, but yeah, you get it. It's a good dog. Early blue sword also means we have early access to the town basement. That's a slow check that requires pushing 3 rocks through 3 different access rules. That's a really slow check. The only consolation is that you can combine it with this cool basement check. But Bluesy already did it, so it's a full time loss here. Let's see if it actually pays off. Smash, what are you doing? There's no obscure checks here. Like, okay, it could have been, but there's no obscure here. Bluesy doing all that for notes, there's 1 rupee. And Smash already going for the Royal Crypt. Those will be new checks. Okay, let's pay attention here in the Royal Volley. Bluesy finally got the lamp, so Bluesy can go back to Temple of Droplets if he wants, after he reconnects his auto tracker, of course. And no, instead Bluesy goes to the Royal Volley as well. So yeah, that's something I forgot to mention. You need the lamp to actually finish the crypt. Like the lamp is required in logic for the Lost Woods and the graveyard because those are dark places. So in logic they require the lamp. But the lamp is hard required to finish the crypt because you have to lit some torches in order to advance. Dumpy, hello Dumpy. You have a red rupee. Goodbye Dumpy. You didn't have anything useful today. Dumpy didn't have the force sword this time. I guess this kind of thing only happens in tournaments. So the crow always spawns on the bottom left tree. So if you know your way, you can easily get the crow without a lamp. And if the crow actually runs away, you can just leave one screen and come back, and the crow will always be in the bottom left tree when it respawns. Alright, so the graveyard. Does the graveyard have anything useful? So far, no. Bluesy not even checking the graveyard itself and going straight away for the Royal Crypt. Incredible. Oh! That's a pleasant sight. So Bluesy actually peeked in the Royal Crypt. Like, after the crypt, you have to respawn outside anyway, so you can do both in any order you want. Okay, is it the real Karina? Is it the real Karina? It's the real Karina! The real Karina is in the crypt! Okay, so that is definitely convenient. The ocarina allows for really quick movements in the overworld. This will definitely speed up the routing. Smash stopping in midway, maybe thinking about what to do afterward, because the seed is quite open right now. Like Smash could I mean, Yeah, no, only Bluesy has the third Kinstone. Like, Smash is probably thinking about going right away to Temple of Droplets. And both runners getting the water element in sync. Both runners playing the ocarina simultaneously, and they aren't going to the same location. Interesting. Bluesy is going for the Minish Flipper's Caves, while Smash will probably clean the lake before going to Temple of Droplets. So the Flipper's Cave didn't have anything, and Library at the Lake gives you a trap. Oh, you found me at the center of the lake. Here, take this. It will steal your money. Smash getting the 50 sticks from the dog. And Bluesy actually going back to Western Woods for Percy. Like, Bluesy basically knows that right now his progression is most likely behind the lamp. But he doesn't want to go back to Droplets because he knows he cannot complete it yet. So he's going for all the others lamp progression. While Smash is on their first Droplets dip. I mean, they're still in the lake right now, but after that they're going to Temple of Droplets. Bluesy electing to go for both Crab's checks before going to Droplets. That's not paying off for now. Oh, the Tingle Trophy. The Crinos Crab has the Tingle Trophy. We cannot redeem it right now because we don't have the Cane of Patchy, but that's something nice to have eventually. Also, those are 4 free checks. While we're at it. Oh my god! Greyblade has the cane. The cane is at Crenel again. So, Cave of Flame is not elemental, but the cane also gives access to Mellary's mines. That's powerful. That's a powerful access here. Because there are a lot of digging spots in Mary's mine, so we can right away redeem home myths. No, Bluesy, slightly below. You accessed this area with the cane. Why are you picking up a blatantly false cane? Bluesy, please. You know it's a fake. I guess he wanted the super cane. It makes you jump higher. So unfortunately, it looks like it was all for nothing. So right now, will Bluesy dip into Cave of Flames? I guess you could go inside Cave of Flames and like pick the rupees. Like even if you don't want to do checks in Cave of Flames, that's perfectly understandable. But I would have at least picked at the rupees. Like you just go inside, you go up to the second room and just look at the rupees, just to see if it has something useful. And if it has, you just take it and bail out right away. So Smash is currently sitting at 9 hertz. Bluesy is at 10 hertz. Oh, that's the 4th Cloud Top Skinstone at Cyberp's shop. Oh. That's something you can easily forget. So far, the obscure spots haven't really given anything useful. Like, we just got a few scrolls, but that's all. Like, the myths actually gave us progression, but in a digging grotto, like, not digging spot. The obscures so far had nothing. Okay, the inn obscure spot had a bottle, but that was not the first bottle. Tingle actually gave us a book. So one fetch quest led us to another fetch quest. If I recall correctly, we are only missing one book. Otherwise, we do have access to the library because we have the Ocarina and the Cane. So we are missing the orange book, right? Yes, we had the blue book at the very first Rupee Cave. Tingle gave us the green book, so we are only missing the red book right now. And it's nice to remember which book color you're missing. Because if you see a book you already have, you know it's a trap and you just don't pick it up. Green Book, aka Book of Tingle. Alright, so if I'm trying to remember the actual book title, because the 3 books actually have titles in the game, then there's History of Mask, which is a reference to Majora's Mask, Picori Legend, which is a reference to the Minish, and Hyrulean Bestiary, which is a bestiary. If I remember correctly, the red book is the bestiary, the green one is about the Picori, and the blue one is the History of Mask. Oh, really? The cape! The cape was behind the lamp! We can finish Droplets! The lamp actually gives us access to finish Droplets! Wow! That's immediately a second element in logic for Smash. Wow. Wow. And the last Cloud Kinstone is at the inn on the Health Ledge. So we know the location of all the Kinstones? I think. I don't think Smash got this one. Alright. Bluesy did rush Droplets, but he rushed Droplets without a lamp. Oh, so if Smash actually got the Health Ledge, then yeah, that's only 4 Kingstones that we know of. Bluesy picking up the green Kingstone, because that's absolutely required. Resetting outside of the Simon simulation, because we are skipping Simon's dialogue. Roll attack comes in handy in Temple of Droplets maze. The bulldozers have a tendency to troll you by standing in the way, and you either have to do perfect rolls to roll through them, or just use roll attack, which is way easier. So Bluesy wants to clear the town. I have to admit, I don't understand why Bluesy is not going back to Temple of Droplets. Like, you left Temple of Droplets hanging. You know the lamp gives you a lot of access to it, and you don't have many places to go in the other world. Like, Bluesy is just full clearing everything that's open right now. Oh, the red book! We have all the books! I mean, I don't know if Smash actually has all the books, but we know the location of all the books. Yuri is in the logic. Oh, and no, Smash definitely does not have the green book, because they need to go to the Cranial Scrap to buy the Tingle Trophy, and to Greyblade to get the cane in order to get the green book. Yeah. Yeah, they can't. Sorry. Yeah, sneezing is not really fun when you're solo commentating. Alright, so what do we have in Droplets basement? Oh my god, really? Okay, so you only have 2 ways to access this area. The cape, which was behind the lamp in Droplets, and the ghost jar, which was the basement locked behind the cape. Both Droplets access behind the lamp in Temple of Droplets, so Bluesy really need to go to Droplets right now. That's okay, that's what you could call a cruel spot. Having both items that gives you access to complete Droplets in Temple of Droplets, that's cruel. So Smash cashing in all those new items, all those required items in a single trip to Droplets. Like Smash only went here once, and once they're done with Droplets. They can full clear it in a single dip, which is rare actually. That's pretty rare. I mean, I'm sure Smash will keep Bluetooth. You can potentially single Droplets. That's amazing. And yeah, that's precisely what I think. Bluesy is avoiding Droplets. Like, Bluesy is looking for either the Cape or the Ghost Jar to be sure to not triple dip Droplets. But the items are Droplets. That's the problem. And nope, in order to access the underwater rupee, you actually have to go through the left side from the first floor. Blue Z is going for the wind runes and maybe bowless fortress. That's pushing things really far, in my opinion. Like, really, you are gambling that you have to go to Fortress without a bow in order to get your items to finish Droplets? I can understand that you want to avoid Droplets for now, but how unlikely is it? It's not that Smash doesn't know. I'm pretty sure Smash knows. Like, yeah, jumping with the cape is definitely faster. It's just that since you have all the keys, you don't care about saving your keys. Though, why did she use the lily pad? Because she clearly didn't need the lily pad, and it's slower. So yeah, it's just slower. Maybe she tried to do the lily clip? Nah, that's a joke. You cannot lily clip with the disable glitches option, obviously. That was a joke. What are you doing, Smash? Yeah. Yeah, you have to put the real link on the bottom, or else you can't push the rock. You can't push the ice block without blocking your clone. So yeah, but now that the block is pushed, you can do whatever. Okay, so you know how we had both Cape and Gust Jar in Droplets, right? That would be quite a coincidence if we also had the bow in Fortress, right? Imagine both bows in Fortress. Just imagine. That would be quite a coincidence, right? And yes, we also had the Kane right outside the Game of Flames. At this rate, we can have first bow in Palace. I do not think so. Oh wait, actually no, you don't need the bow in Logic because you have the cape. Like, I was thinking you need the bow in Logic for the first room, because the magical boomerang is never in Logic. But you do not care about these switches because you have the cape. So yeah, no, you're right. We could have the bow in Palace. It only depends on where the last Cloud Top Skinstone is. Well, it doesn't look like it's in Fortress. And we're going to say hello to Octo. The London Ranch key. Nice joke. So, hello Octo. Yeah, you would need Veilfuls as well. That's true. What bothers me though is that we're still missing the Force Sword. And considering that the Force Sword in Logic is your last item to finish the seed, considering that all the seed would be open at that moment, it looks like a casino seed, which I dislike a lot. Like, oh, the wall seed is open, go look for your Force Sword, which can be anywhere. Oh, there's a shield here in Fortress. So, what you saw on the left are the rupees that are locked behind the bow. That's why Bluesy tried to go as far left as possible to peek and see the rupees there, because you cannot access it, so might as well just get the info. The problem with hints is you cannot point at the Force Sword with hints. The only way to do that is if your Force Sword is mandatorily your Force Sword, which is not guaranteed. If the two last swords are parallel in the logic, the hints cannot point to the Force Sword, because the Force Sword could be both of the swords. Like the only thing hints could point at would be unique items. So those would be the curse jar, the cane, the mitts. So generally items that are tied to a dungeon, or would be tied to checks. Like, okay, hints that would give you, that would tell you this particular and annoying check has that. Like a hint telling you what hiking has would be neat. A hint telling you what Tingle has would be neat. Like something like that. that talking about Tingle, that's a fake Tingle Trophy right there in the fountain. Nice. Great Spin and Rock Breaker in the Cave 25. Yeah, you would need both hints. Oh, that's the Veil Falls. Veil Falls is in the fountain. That's nice to see. So, Veil Falls is behind the cane. That's nice to know. Yeah, the problem with this logical chain is that Bluesy is missing Temple of Droplets, and thus is missing Cape and Ghost Jaw. I hope that Bluesy is not going to Cloud Tops, because Capeless Cloud Tops is a huge time sink. Like, you can do vanilla Cloud Tops, just like you do in the vanilla game. We have the mids, but that's so slow compared to when you have the cape. He probably is, yeah, because once you are here, if you commit, might as well fully commit, but that's going to be a huge time loss compared to Smash. Smash would defeated Octo while I was focusing on Bluesy. That's true, I kinda overlooked that. Smash actually having two elements is rather comfy. Knowing that the next element is close, Smash is only missing the third castle with the bow. Though right now, once Smash finds the cane, she's going to have both non-elemental dungeons open and completable. Cave of Flames is completable as soon as you find a cane. And now, since we have the flippers, we have access to Deeper Shrine, and we can finish it because we have the Ghost Jar. Oh, is that a Force Sword? That's the Force Sword, that's the real Force Sword. Okay, so that's one less item to look for the end of the seed. That also means that it's either going to be Bow Go mode or Cloud Tops Go mode. In the first case, we are Go moding Fortress of Wind. In the second case, we are Go moding Palace. Those are the two best Go mode dungeons you can ask for. And that's it, Capeless Cloud Tops for Bluesy, which is absolutely not required. Alright, just as long as you do not forget the obscure checks on the way. So Smash found another spin scroll on the bell check in town. This is actually paying off for Bluesy. This is actually paying off. The bow is here. So now Bluesy can actually finish Fortress of Winds. So this is most likely going to be a Cloudtop's Go Mode seed. Though for Bluesy it depends on how much Bluesy is going to delay Temple of Droplets. So it's going to distract Bluesy more, yes and no, because you don't need the cape or the Ghost Jar to complete Fortress of Wind. And since it's required anyway, Bluesy won't lose time by going to Fortress of Wind. Like the time loss, he already had it because he went to Fortress of Wind with a bow. But no, he can go there and finish it. That's not a time loss anymore because it's required anyway. That's true. You can hope to go mode Fortress, but that's not guaranteed. Like, I wouldn't say it's a likely go mode dungeon. Wait, we're at 1 hour 10 minutes, and the only item we're missing, has on the restream, the only item we're missing is the last Cloud Tops. I just realized. Wow. Also, I'm sure Smash actually checked the REM, with the mushroom. That's something that's missing currently. Oh, I cannot click it? Yeah, the problem is that Smash cannot access the Beautiful Kinstone because she doesn't have a cane. So she would have to double dip the fountain, which is annoying. So she's probably going to miss the cane. Lucy missed the cape and the jar, but Smash is missing the cane for now. Also, I'm pretty sure Smash also has the bracelet, since she did the lake cabin check. Yeah. I'm trying to review what items they're missing. So yeah, as of now, the only item we are all missing for Go mode would be the Cloud Top Skinstone. That's the only item we haven't seen on our side. It may be in Fortress. Like, I doubt Fortress doesn't have any progression item. Like, generally, Fortress has a sword. It didn't this time, so it's suspicious. I say the Cloud Top Skinstone is in Fortress. Yeah, the town Minish checks without a cane hurts as well. I mean, I say that, but I usually do the town Minish checks early in the seed without a cane. Like, I usually tend to do all of those really early. Bluesy is immediately going back to Fortress. Bluesy is really gambling everything that is not Temple of Droplets. Bluesy is desperate. Do you think Bluesy would try to go to Palace without cape? Well, that would technically be possible. Like, the vanilla cape chest is in logic without cape, so he might actually try it. Oh, actually, I'm not sure if we saw it earlier. Because earlier, Bluesy did peek at the rupees, but I'm not sure that you were able to see the Kinstone from the other side of the wall. Yeah, we couldn't see past the earth piece. So that's just pure luck. So now we know where the last Clotops is. We are in no mode. Now I'm trying to think, where is the Kinstone Bluesy is missing? Kinstone that we have seen on Smash's side. It was in Temple Droplets. Oh yeah, maybe it was in Droplets, yes. Oh yes, it was in the underwater rupees in the basement, right? I think that's it. In that case, Bluesy is actually now in the lead, because as soon as Bluesy goes back to Droplets, Bluesy is going to be in go mode. His disadvantage actually turned out to be an advantage. Yeah, Cable Flames and Deep Shrine are both open and completable, but dead. You at this point you don't want to go there. Like, I'm pretty sure Bluesy will prefer going back to Droplets rather than doing non-elemental tensions. Like, okay, you never know, but I doubt it. I mean, Cave of Flames and Deeper Shrine might have had the second bow. That could be possible. Like, it's a possibility. It's moot at this point, but that's still possible. Okay, Smash looks like she's going to Krenel after pausing, so I think she looked at her tracker and tried to think, okay, what's left in my seed? So she's going for the Krenel checks, which will give her both the Tingle Trophy and the cane, which are both required. Wait, no, the Tingle Trophy isn't required. No, okay, we can actually say that library is not that gallery is not required, unfortunately. Yeah, no. That's a dead meme. And that was Muzzle. It's funny because in this seed, we are actually not paying attention to the bosses at all. The first dungeon was a dungeon without boss, because it was a crypt, and then we literally just not talking about the bosses. We didn't talk about Octo, we didn't talk about Mazal. Wow. And the last boss remaining is going to be Georg. Oh, Smash going... well, Smash is going for the... Really? For a real game? The second bow was Bowlock? Whoa. Whoa. So that means that Deep Shrine and Cave of Flames are literally barren. They don't have any item. Like, even as a bomb bag, there's no bomb bag in there because we had all bomb bags before 15 minutes. Like, they have what? A quiver? Maybe a bottle? They had... The non-elemental dungeons are both completely barren in this seed. Wow. Wow. We are never going to see those dungeons. So Smash got the cane. She apparently didn't even go to Mary's mines. The problem is that now she would need to go back to the fountain to get the Baleful Skinstone, which will unlock the bow, which will unlock the last Cloud Tops. So right now we know where Smash needs to go, and that's not something nice. Like, you have to go back to the fountain for one single check. So yeah, unfortunately, we are going to see the shrine. Like, yeah, commentators curse again. Are the colors randomized, or can you pick your tunic colors? So you cannot randomize the tunic color. That's not a feature, unfortunately. So when you generate the seed, you can change the tunic color freely. So here, the person who generated the seed just generated multiple patches with a tunic color for each. And both runners choose to pick a different patch. So it's the same seed, it's the same item randomization, they just picked a different tunic color. But that's something you choose when generating the seed. You cannot pick a randomized color. Alright, do not forget those two obscure checks. Both runners finding a map at the same time. Okay, map and compass on both pot checks. Wow, thanks, Fortress. The obscure checks were really bad today in this seed. Like, wow, we choose to include the obscure checks in the standard settings, and today they were just straight up bad. Obscure sucked today. Oh, we don't have enough small keys for deep shrine, so we actually have to go through the lily pad basement, which is even slower. And we had the nut in Cave of Flames. We are seeing both non-elemental dungeons. Okay, Bluesy, I understand you want to get back to Droplets once you're 100% sure to be able to complete it. But at this point, do you seriously think it's worth it to deep non-elemental dungeons when you're missing like 2 items? I mean, in that case, when you're missing both cape and jar, okay, you might be tempted to check the non-elemental dungeons, okay. But on Smash's side, that's even tougher because the check she has to think about is the fountain. That's even worse. That's a really tight position. Nope, that's... No, that was Velfolds. The fountain had the Velfolds. So yeah, she's missing a Swamp Kinstone as well. I'm trying to remember where the Swamp Kinstone were. Okay, I know it cannot be in Vale Falls or Cloudtops because Bluesy had access to Windrune's Way before that. Okay, so I'm literally struggling to remember where the Swamp Kinstones were. I'm so rusty at this. Was it something else behind the cane? Was it the school? No. No, Courtyard Boots check. Smash did this one. And Temple of Droplets, she did that as well. I think that's the 2 Kinstones she had. Yeah, I know, she didn't miss the link pole. So that would be the Courtyard Boots? And Courtyard Boots is in the castle. Not the school. I thought she full cleared the castle because she went there with the lamp. Or did we miss track? No, I can see a tracker and she only has 2. But she also has Cube's... It looks like Cube's tracker. And maybe Cubes still has the Kinstone bug. But wait, is she even using auto tracking? Okay, Smash is going for the old dungeon. The bait. She's going to be completely debated. Oh my god. Where was the... So we know where the Kinstones are. So... wait... Upper Temple of Droplets, Underwater Rupee. You mean the obscures in the first floor? I don't think she missed this ones, right? She definitely went for it, right? I'm starting to think that's actually what she missed. Like the one on the first floor, not the basement. Because she went for the basement. We haven't commentated on that because she took the lily pad instead of just jumping with the cane. She may have actually forgotten those ones. Oh. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. If that's the case, Bluesy definitely has the advantage here. Bluesy going with the Sword Beam strat. So when you have full health and the Sword Beam scroll, you will shoot a beam with your sword, right? On Gleerock, you can have 2 alternative strats to kinda kill him at distance. That's the bow strat and the beam strat. So what you do is leave the shell, and then you can shoot either with the bow or aim with the beam. Since in order to progress in the fight, you need to deal 8 damage, and it doesn't matter with what you do that, it's always going to be 8 damage on the counter. So you can do that with arrows, bombs, or even the sword beam. The advantage of that is that if your health is already set up, or for the bow strat, if you have the butterfly or the boots to boot cancel, you can begin shooting before Gleerock is on the ground, and you don't need to actually walk up Gleerock's neck to hit the spot. those are some nice strats. So yeah, apparently we have the confirmation that Smash missed the Swamp Kinstone in Droplets, and this is going to hurt her. Like, it's going to hurt a lot. I hope she didn't right-click Temple of Droplets on her tracker. Because if she thinks she full cleared Droplets and manipulated the tracker to display that she full cleared it, she is going to have trouble tracing the Kinstone back. Alright, the advantage of Bluesy is that without the Gust Jar, I doubt he's going to Deeper Shrine, right? So he will most likely go to Temple of Droplets and get his Minnow. Smash also going for the Sword Beam strat. I mean, it's easy to set up in this case because you already have Sword Beam, you have 15 hearts. You either have enough hearts before coming here because you find a piece of heart before Clear Rock, or you can just use the fairy. Like the fairy just takes up 5 seconds. It's a really easy strat to use here. Also, if you take one hit, you can still farm hurts on the flames that Clear Rock shoots. That's a little more... that's risky if you use the Peril Beam strat, because Peril Beam requires you to have less than one hurt. So if you get hit, you will most likely die. So, yeah, Peril Beam is not as optimal as Sword Beam. Like, Peril takes longer to set up because you have to reduce yourself to one hurt. So, yeah. Peril Beam is not a viable strat. But Sword Beam is easy to set up. Alright, we're going to see chickens! We are going to see the cuckoos today. Alright, that's really good execution. 24 seconds remaining on the timer is extremely good. Those were perfect cuckoos. Bluesy going to the Castle Swordman. So Bluesy knows that his progression is most likely behind the lamp. Smash is going to get both Melary and all the obscure checks in Melary's mines. combining checks is a good idea, but honestly, delaying Mallory's obscures until you do Cave of Flames isn't really optimal, in my opinion. And now she's struggling to actually get the right spots. Yeah, the fake cane! Yay! Both runners got G-baited, and it's a like trap, and the NPC pushed her back in the like. That's the pinnacle of bad RNG here. Like, imagine you get out of the like's mouth, and there's this NPC here pushing you inside. Nope, you're not getting away. Wow. Oh man, Bluesy is actually going for the old dungeon here. I mean, Bluesy, okay, so Bluesy, between Temple of Droplets without Cape and Gust Jar, and Deepwood Shrine without the Gust Jar, what do you think is the most likely to have your items? Seriously. Knowing that one of them is elemental is required. I do think, like, okay, earlier when he went to Cave of Flames, that was a reasonable choice. But right now, when you compare Deepwood Shrine and Temple of Droplets, considering the items you're missing, I think Deepwood Shrine is a misplay. Like, I think Temple of Droplets actually has more checks and is more likely to have your remaining items. So now Bluesy is obviously going to full clear the overworld. So what is Bluesy missing right now? Oh yeah, that's right! So the Cloudtops Bluesy was missing, it was Syrup's shop. Okay, that one I remember. So now Bluesy is only missing the cape and the cursed jar. Bluesy is going for vanilla cape? Bluesy, no! Like, okay, you can think maybe the progression is in the Tower of Wind. Okay. But after that, first of all, we know it's not the case. And second, after that, Bluesy is probably going for Vanilla Cape. And Vanilla Cape, yeah. So we know where both Smash Kinstones are, like the missing ones. Like Veil Falls is in the big fountain chest. The last swamp is an underwater rupee in Temple of Droplets that she missed. And the last Cloudtops is in Fortress. behind the bow. Bow that was in Vale Falls. Basically, everything that she's missing right now is at an annoying spot for her. And wait, yeah, we know. And Lucy doesn't, yes. But when you look at how likely it is, even at this place, you would think, okay, Droplets is actually more likely, and since it's required, I'm not losing any time checking the chest there. Also, Capeless Palace means you have to go through Palace the vanilla way. So the first room you have to hit the switches with your sword and the bow in order to actually, or the boomerang that works too. And here you can't even speed up this room because you have to wait for the platform. Okay, Smash actually went back to the fountain. No, that's not the fountain, that's the library. That's below the library. I saw a big chest and I opened my big mouth. Because I don't have a big brain. And that's a big problem. And I run out of things to say big with to continue the big joke. Though, since Smash is in town, she might go for the rest of town and full clear it. So, yeah, okay. Yes, she's going to the fountain. She's going there. All right. Alright. And the Vanilla Cape chest is a small key. So at least that's nice because you need the keys for later. So Bluesy is not wasting that much time. But that's still some time lost. And yes, Bluesy is going back to Droplets! Both runners are doing their progression now! At the same time! Alright, so that's the Baleful Skinstone for Smash. So now she's going to rush Vale Falls. Yeah, sadly the one Kinstone in Droplets killed her. You could say that the Kinstone completely smashed Smash's route. Alright, Bluesy is happy to find the cape here. Yeah, really happy. Oh, be careful with those rolls, Bluesy, because you know you can easily crash the game in droplets. Like if you roll and burn an ice block at the same time, the game doesn't like it. So it's really easy to either softlock or crash the game in droplets. So yeah, you really have to be careful there. The 4-sword for Smash, which is completely on her way. There's no obscure. Oh, Bluesy is going for the rupees first before going for the blue warp. Alright, yeah, he just went for the rupees, alright. So the problem now is that Bluesy needs to also go to the basement of Droplets, because Bluesy can actually miss the cursed jar by doing the rest of Droplets, doing Octo and bailing out, thinking that the jar is locked behind the cape somewhere else, but it's actually locked behind the cape in Droplets. Smash finding the bow! Smash being closer to go mode, she's only missing the last cloud tops, which is in Fortress, and the last Castor, which is what she forgot in Temple of Droplets. And I'm pretty sure she's going to last location, that one. If Bluesy skips the Curse Jar, he might actually go back to Palace, full clear Palace with the cape, and go back to Droplets. Oh my god, full clearing Palace. Oh god. Like, Palace here was clearly almost guaranteed go mode. Alright, Bluesy. After you do Octo, please go to the basement. Bluesy is going there before even doing Octo? What? Okay, so I think that's still an unusual play. Like, normally you rush the boss because, well, the boss might actually have your progression. That's possible. So here, Bluesy is directly going... Oh, Bluesy is actually just going for the obscures. Oh. Oh. Yeah. But unfortunately, this way you would have needed the lily pad to go to the basement central room, which he can't use because he's missing the dust jar, which is in the basement. So yeah, let's hope he tries to full clear, because if he doesn't, well, if he doesn't full clear, well, he's in for the bad time. Like, he will have... If you don't full clear Temple of Droplets, you're going to full clear Palace of Winds, which is... much worse. Smash is full clearing Caster Wilds, hoping for the last Skinstone to be here, but we know it's not here. And Octo is now defeated. That's the third event for Bluesy, taking the lead in this race. So when you only find your... like... when you just got your third element at 2 hours, you know you're kind of behind. Because at that time, you're generally just hunting for your go mode, like for your last dungeon. Oh, Blues is in the basement! Yes! No! Yes! Yes! It's just yes! 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 He got the go mode! He thought about the basement! Yay! Nice. Like, going on the safe side, full clearing the dungeon you're in, always the best choice. So no! Bluesy is in go mode and can go mode Palace. Like, we know he already has one small key, because he went there earlier and the cave chest which is the only chest available with the cape, was a small key. So there is no way Smash could catch up anymore. Okay, so Smash is missing a small key for Bluetooth. This should tell her she forgot checks in Droplets. Like, you saw her opening the map. She saw that she opened all the chests, and yet she's missing a small key. So by the logic, she knows she missed some other type of checks. So she should know that she's missing some obscure spots. Like, yeah, like, you know you're missing some small keys. So you know that there are checks in Droplets. It's mandatory. So Smash has hopes to be in Go mode. I mean, not Go mode, but, well, logically the Go mode. Yeah, she's confused. So she probably marked those underwater rupees as done when she right-clicked Droplets. So yes, right now she's completely confused and does not know where to go. You can see her mouse cursor because the map tracker is probably overlapping. So right now she's basically looking at every single where on her map tracker to know what she's missing. We could see the cursor for a few seconds. Like on the games, like on the game window. Like right now, yeah, right now you could see it for a few seconds. No, it appeared on the game stream. It appeared on the game feed as well. Because she probably has some part of the map tracker overlapping with the game window. So yeah, even if the mouse can appear on the game, you don't know where she's pointing at. So only us can see that. On the commentator layout, but yeah, she completely does not know where to go. At that moment, you're really in a bad position because oh, you got caught by the Flowmaster. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. So at that point, when you know you've missed a check, and you marked the check as done, so basically you have to re-verify every check that you've done. And at that point, when you've done like 80% of the seed, you're in a bad shape. Like, you're not feeling good. You're not at ease at all. Because you have to re-verify everything. You have a lot of places to re-verify. But at least, yeah, there's only one hint that she has. It's that Bluetooth's door was locked and she's missing a small key. So normally she can deduce that the check she falsely marked is in Droplets. So yeah, she might have finally deduced that she was missing some underwater rupees here, and she's going for it. Magic Boomerang and the Swamp Keystone. Yes, she was able to deduce which check she was missing. And yeah, she's certainly not happy about that. You see those rage slashes. You are not happy when you realize such a big mistake. She's not happy with that. And like, yeah, me neither. I wouldn't be happy if I made such a mistake during a race, especially in a tournament race. I would be raging against myself so much. Like, damn, how can I be this dumb? Like, how could I forget that? That you know such things. Like, unfortunately, well, that's part of the game that and some things happen. Like, especially if that's her first race with obscures, well, you can't completely blame you for that. By used to learning the settings. I would say you'd better make those mistakes now rather than making them in a tournament. Alright, Bluesy realizes that he has down thrust, which makes Georg's fight completely free, like you don't even need to clone. And that was Georg. Say goodbye to Georg. Bluesy now has all 4 elements, and he didn't do the whole dungeon. He didn't do green 2. For once, Bluesy is not going for all dungeons. So 4 sword and 4 elements, we now have access to Dark Hyrule Castle, and Georg also had the last butterfly. Alright, that's a nice meme. Bluesy heading for the castle, passing the quad, as usual. Alright, so it is time to open the traditional Dark Hyrule Castle boss key bit. So we have this tradition that... okay, actually it's a long time since I've commentated a TMCR race, so you still do the boss key bet, right? So, yeah, the Dark Isle Castle boss key is randomized and can be anywhere in Dark Isle Castle. So this is so those are 8 checks, I think. No, it's 9 checks. Okay, so you have 9 checks in Dark Isle Castle, and you have to guess which one is the boss key. So I don't remember if you do that with the check's name, just like we do on the when we have French commentaries, or if you do that with numbers, just like they do on Link to the Past. Oh, you do with the numbers, okay. Well, so you have to guess. You have to bet on a number between 1 and 9. Which check is going to get to have the boss key? Knowing that the number is equal to the order of the checks that Bluesy is going to check. Yeah, the order of the chest that Bluesy is going to open. So yeah, unfortunately, that is now kind of too late to get the bet because Bluesy is going to open the first chest. Right? No, that's a small key. Yeah, bottom left tower often has the boss key, though in terms of odds, the check that has the highest odds of having the boss key is Vanilla. For the simple reason that the Vanilla boss key chest cannot have anything but the boss key, the map, the compass, and the randomized item. So that's 25%. Alright, so Bluesy is now doing the blade chest. Blade chest before the king. And that's another small key. Okay, Bluesy, are you going to also delay the king? You're going to delay the king, alright. Personally, I would have also delayed Blade Chest, since the platform chest was a key. Bluesy going for the straight line. And single slash and first try. Nice. So you can reflect all the cannonballs with a single slash and a straight line. That's easy to do with some practice. The other strat would be a spin attack, or you can also have a square pattern. Or if you really want to be as optimal as possible, using a single bomb and one slash to the left. But that's the speedrun strat, it's not as easy. Alright, and on the other side, Smash is facing Mazal. She is in go mode, she picked up the last Kinstone. Sorry. So after that, Smash is going to Palace of Winds and will be good moding Palace of Winds. Oh, Smash got hit by the Minish ray, the Minish laser. Ow! And now the fist bump. Oh, that's a time waster. Mazal loves to waste your time on the last phase if you don't kill both hands quickly. Okay, Bluesy now has opened the red warp, and he decides to not check the king. He's going for the towers before the king. If the king has the boss key, you don't need to do all of that. You don't need to open the rest. That was a nice stun lock on the Black Knight. I'm not really a fan of the Great Spin on solo Darknets. Especially if you get good RNG and they do a dash attack straight away. So Bluesy is going for the northwest tower first. Is the boss key here? It actually is. That's actually a fast darker castle. That's the fastest of the 4 towers, so that's actually fortunate. That's convenient. So Bluesy actually skipped the king. So the king is still a stone in the castle basement. Oh, that's unfortunate. The 2 last bandits were exactly on the last tiles, and they disabled the clones just before they could press the switches. Oh. Alright, that's 1 less Darknet. 2 Darknets, only the Black Knight remains. Oh! You can actually one-cycle this fight with Red Spin? What? You can actually first cycle the Wizrobe, each phase of the Wizrobe with a spin? Wow. Okay, so since I also speedrun glitchless, I mainly know the strat with the normal bombs. But I didn't think it would be possible with the Cret Spin as well, as I've never tried it. Well, the more you know. Yeah. That's a good demonstration. Alright, Bluesy is on to Vati 2. No, Smash, you have Yeah, no, no, yeah. You had to put the real link with two clones in order to push the block. And that's V2 in 3 cycles for Bluesy. We are near the end. Oh, you hate to see that. The right arm completely protecting the left arm. Oh. Alright, stun locking the eye in the corner. That's good. Lucy tried the lanternless. That's completely free to try, that's okay. Second arm is down. So now it's up to the volleyball. Yeah, we are off cycle. Alright. And that's one. And that's two. Only one more and that's game. And time. Bluesy finishes with an official racing time of 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 4 seconds. Congratulations to Bluesy, finishing first place. That's a weekly win for Bluesy. And Bluesy is now in the waiting room. And hello, Bluesy.
Whoa.
Congratulations.
No.
Why no? You won. Congratulations.
Did I really?
Yes, you actually won.
It didn't feel like a winner to me, honestly.
Yes. So, Smash had a few hiccups. So basically, you both had an advantage on an item, and were missing another item that the other had. So,
For me, it was the Kinstone, I'm betting.
no, absolutely
What?
not. So Smash got her lamp early, and she did droplets in one dip, getting a cape and jar right away. before the cane. The only problem is that the caster Kinstone in the Underwater Rupees on the first floor, she actually skipped it.
Oh, did she get the other ones though?
Yes, she was missing this one, and she was trying. And the problem is that the cloud tops and the bow were locked behind it, so she had to look at her tracker and find, okay, what check did I turn on the tracker, which I didn't do, and she was able to deduce it because she tried to open Bluetooth's door and she was missing a key, and she opened the map, and so she opened all chests, so she deduced, okay, I'm missing an obscure spot.
Okay.
In your case, you got the cane way earlier than her, so you were actually able to find the Velfol's Kinstone in the fountain really early. But you were in this commitment of not going back to Droplets because you wanted the cape or the jar to, beat
the dungeon.
Be 100% guaranteed to beat the dungeon, right?
Yeah.
Well.
And then they were both in the dungeon.
Yes, and that's actually the same with the bow. Like, the second bow was in Fortress behind the first bow.
That one made me upset.
Yeah.
After going there without the bow, and then, wow, look, here's the other bow. Right up here. Why didn't you get it? Oh, wait, you can't.
Yeah. So, yeah, compared to Smash, you had to go to Cloudtop's Capeless. You haven't tried the Palace Vanilla Cape?
Yeah, I thought it was worth a try.
That's fine, huh? Yeah. But overall, you still had this advantage, because in this context, you were guaranteed to go mode Palace, and you were guaranteed to find your go mode like more easily than Smash.
Yeah.
Like, because both items being in Temple of Droplets, that's on your way. Like, the only thing we were fearing is that once you did Octo, we were not sure you would full clear Droplets.
There were 2 more items to get.
Yeah.
They were just in the basement. I was thinking about doing Treasure Cave first before doing the basement, but I was just like, wait, there's only 2 more items. I could just get them. And then the first one was the Gust Jar.
So if I remember correctly, the only thing worth that Treasure Cave had was Rock Breaker and another Great Spin.
Yeah, I was wondering where those were. I never even found Fast Spin.
I mean, that's, if you're only missing one spin, that's probably the one you're missing.
I'm missing Fast Spin and Long Spin.
Yeah. So Smash is now triggering the pedestal. So she's probably going to finish in like 15 minutes.
15 minutes, depending on tower luck, or tower choice, I guess.
Well, the boss key being in the fastest tower of the 4, that northwest is generally where you want to go first in terms of towers.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you just completely skipped the king.
Sometimes you just stop caring, I guess. Like an hour and a half in, I was like really checked out on the seed, so
yeah.
I just decided, well, skipping king is fun, and maybe I won't have to play the seed for as long as I'm going to, if I just skip king. I've been getting super trolled by Vanny 3 lately, and it's really annoying. Vanny 2 was also kind of a troll today, but I think I just need to practice Vadi a little bit.
Oh, Smash got the curse. Oh, that's 20 seconds of doing nothing.
I'm happy that there was only one curse trap that I know of.
Yeah, so yeah, what was great is that when you went to Westernwood's Beanstalk, there were 5 freestandings. 4 of them were traps, including a quiver and the bracelets, which were both in the lake, one aside another. Also, Bluesy, so when you see a shield on the ground and you have only one,
I didn't want to pick it up, but I accidentally walked into it.
oh, oh, that was an intentional. Then yeah, okay. So because yeah, Myth told that to me like during a certain match. Like, you don't need a second shield; it doesn't give you anything. So if you see a second shield, don't pick it up because it might be a trap and you don't need it anyway, etc. So yeah, yeah, that's a perfect example of traps being traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the heart container in the front of Cave of Flames
Yeah.
was a trap because it wasn't sparkling.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So
just back up.
also, how did you feel about the ocarina in the crypt?
Fine.
That's nice.
Could have been worse.
That's actually really nice. Like, it's on a required dungeon, it's on your way, and it's the first dungeon in Logic.
Yeah, but what if the trap ocarina on the beanstalk was the real ocarina?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think the most interesting part of the seed is how we had bomb percent like 20 minutes in.
Yes, that's exactly what we say. You had all bomb bags plus remote bombs before 15 minutes. Like,
Usually,
yeah.
usually when the remote bombs in the South Tower Field Puddle Cave are trapped, it makes me think I'm literally never gonna get remote bombs, but I still got them pretty early.
Yeah, they were
Remote
incredible.
traps in that cave really often, and they always make me upset.
Yeah.
I always want to believe them, and then they're just never true.
Yeah, also finding 2 blue books in the same cave.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you know one of them is a trap, but you don't know which one.
Or both.
Yeah, no, this time the second book was the real one, but you know, having the fake book on the front is just rude because you have to pick it up before the other.
Did anyone find the red book, or
Yes,
what's that?
I mean, you did.
Oh, what was the one I was missing then? Green?
You had all the books.
I only had 2.
No, look at your screen.
What?
It's on your screen. You have
What?
all 3 books.
Oh, my tracker didn't find the 3rd book then. My tracker still says 2.
Yeah, you lost the auto tracker at some point.
I was...
So yeah, it didn't track the ghost jar as well. It didn't
Oh, I
track
guess.
2 elements as well. It didn't track the it didn't track roll attack as well.
I started using Candy's tracker today, so...
Yeah.
Guess I...
So yeah, the blue book was in the first grotto.
Mhm.
The green book was on Tingle. And the red book? I know the one in Vale Falls was a trap.
Yeah, that one was a trap. That's the one I thought.
But you actually found the red book before.
I didn't realize.
I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah. So Yeah, Tingle giving a book, so one fetch quest is after the other. Unfortunately, really soon, with both you and Smash, we were in no mode, so we know that not only Yellary didn't have anything, but also that Deeper Shrine and Cave of Flames were Uber Barren. Like, we found all items before.
Yeah.
And
I'm sad that Game of Flames had nothing, because I really thought it was the play at that point.
yeah, like, when you went in Cave of Flames, we thought, yeah, that's reasonable, because you're missing many items, and Cave of Flames is fully clearable. What I kind of don't understand is when you went to Deeper Shrine, because even when you have, when you don't want to triple dip droplets, when you have lamp but not the cursed jar, there are still more checks in droplets, and knowing that it's required anyway, I would have considered it worth more than Deeper Shrine that you can't finish in the end. So
honestly, at this point, I think I just hate droplets as a dungeon. I don't like going to it. It just annoys me. It has everything that I hate.
That's totally
With the
understandable.
It has annoying logic. It is just not a good time.
Yeah. Also, I think that was you who tried to get the second underwater rupees from the other side.
No, I didn't.
No, that was Smash. Okay, so Smash went for the basement before finishing Octo, so before getting the second lever. And
Yeah.
she tried to do the usual reverse, like you do the basement, but after the underwater part, to access the rupees, there are pillars, and you have to press the switch. You can't check the underwater rupees from this side.
Yeah. Once I hit the second lever, I just went immediately to the left path and did those rupees, and then I went to Octo.
Yeah.
This was an Acme seed, right?
Yes.
I've seen better.
I mean, it wasn't that.
I mean, obviously, it was a good seed, but I don't know. It led me down a lot of wrong paths. In a vacuum, yes, a good seed. Realistically, no.
It was actually funny to have access to Royal Crypt at like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And to find Four Sword like super early.
It was pretty early. I just found my last sword kind of late. Or at least later than I should have, because I should have gotten the Veil Falls Kinstone a while ago. Or a while earlier than I did, at least.
Yeah, just after Fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cleared most of town and then left, and then went to Fountain after when I came back.
And Smash got her boss key, so we are near the end.
Alright. I think with that, I will head out and go take a nap.
Yeah, a well-deserved nap. Thanks for joining us, Bluesy. GG again for winning the weekly, and actually, no one else has finished yet. So this looks like Smash is going to be second, unless she gets sniped.
Well, I'll take a look at the race from later. See ya.
Alright, see ya, Bluesy. Thanks again. Goodbye. Alright, and with that, we are near the end on Smash's side, going against the Triple Duck Nuts. So, what do you think? Do you think Smash is going to get sniped? In the race room, we still have Iroh Riser and Highfish. Wait, Highfish. Wait, is it Aiden? Is it Aiden? Yes, it's Aiden. That I haven't seen Hayden in a long time. So yeah, there are also Arrow Riser and just Hayden. Do you think Smash is going to get sniped? Alright, only one cycle remaining for Vati1. Dodging the flames, preparing the great spin, and that's 3 cycle V1. And she gets the bonus very nicely done. Moving on to Vati2. Oh, the eyes are on the back for the second cycle. Oh, and Batty poking the sword to prevent the clones. That's a bad pattern here. You don't want Link on the middle squares, on the middle tiles. And Iron Riser's finishes. Iron Riser's just sniped Smash because Smash just got through Vati 2. Ouch! Nice snipe. GG's Aero. Wow. So Aero finishes with a time of 2 hours, 41 minutes, 31 seconds. And Smash is entering Vati 3. Okay, Vati planning the correct arm first. Nice. Alright, so the first arm is down. Oh, that's not exactly where you wanted the arm to be. Alright, that's still okay. Second arm is done. We are now to the very last phase with the volleyball. Oh, going to the extreme left, hanging of the arena. Alright, that's one phase. 2 more and we're done. Okay, the raw attack is through. Okay, 1 more and we're done. 1 more. And that's done. And Smash finishes third with an official race time of 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 59 seconds. And Hayden finishes. Well, does not finishes, unfortunately. Hayden forfeits. And apparently, from the comment, that didn't get the bow. Oh. All right, I'm bringing Haze here. Well, Trez did. Hello, Haze. Congratulations.
Haze.
Congratulations for finishing third. How did you
Thank
find
you.
this?
I think the seed was completely fine as long as I knew Spikir is better.
Yeah.
I think you saw me like get frozen for like 4 minutes.
Yes. So, thing is, between you and Bluesy, you both had an item that the other was missing. You got the lamp way earlier, so you had access to. So you could do more checks in droplets in one single dip, and you
I
got.
could have.
Yeah, and
No,
you.
I went in 3 times.
Yeah.
It was triple.
Yeah, the point is, you got the cape and the jar right away. Bluesy was missing that until the very end. Because
Wow.
they went in droplets without the lamp, and then and he never went there again because he wanted to be able to complete the dungeon. But both items to do that were in droplets. So he committed and didn't get there before the end. Like he even dipped Cave of Flames before that. He did Fortress as well before that. So yeah,
That's interesting.
yes. However, he had the cane really early, so he was able to do more checks. He was able to get the Veilfuls in the fountain, get the bow in Cloud Tops, Capeless Cloud Tops, interesting. And he was able to go to Fortress, and yeah, the second bow was in Fortress in the central chest that is locked behind the first bow. So there was only one bow available. And unfortunately, all of that was locked behind one Swamp Kinstone that you forgot, unfortunately.
I didn't know those obscure checks existed.
Yeah, that's obscure. So basically, when you have both Rupee Mania and Obscures, the underwater rupees are randomized.
Well, I know that happens, but I didn't know there was a spot there.
I mean, you're using the map tracker, right? So maybe you didn't have the obscure spots enabled?
No, I have to actually click on the dungeon before I can see the. And I'm very lazy. I'm not used to doing that. I've memorized most of the dungeons, so I normally don't think to do it.
Yeah.
If I had done that, it would have shown me. It would have been a good idea if I actually used it.
So, has a tiny bit of history. Those rupees used to be included in Rupee Mania even without obscures long ago, like before the first tournament. Like when we first introduced Rupee Mania, the underwater rupees were not considered obscure. And at the time, people would say, hey, Droplets is way too OP that way. So we made the underwater rupees has both Rupee Mania, because they're rupees, and obscure, because they're underwater. So they didn't show up in all the standard. But now that obscures are included in standard, Droplets has become that loaded again. And unfortunately, yeah, you kind of need to know all those underwater. But in that case,
I will remember it for next time.
Yeah, but in that case, you were actually able to deduce that you were missing checks in Droplets because you tried to open Bluetooth's door and you saw that you were missing small keys despite having opened all chests. So
yes, I thought it was weird.
Yeah, that's how you could deduce. Okay, I'm missing checks in Droplets because I'm missing keys. So at least you were able to pinpoint where your missing checks were.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was too late, and since the last Cloud Tops was locked behind it, yeah, that was too late. Well,
it's alright. I think the obscure is fun. It just takes a few tries to get used to where all these spots are, but eventually I'll have them memorized.
Yeah, I like obscures as well. It's just that they aren't easy to learn for newcomers. Like people who are completely new to the randomizer can have a hard time with obscures But once you're used to the randomizer, they're really fun to learn, and it changes the gameplay. Like, some areas become really loaded, and Melvy's Mine become a viable play. And sometimes, when you get the cane, you might want to rush Melvy's Mine, or if you don't have the cane but have vanilla access to Cough, you might actually want to get the vanilla access to get to just to Melvy's Mines. It also gives the myths a bigger value, but yeah, the Droplets is the main changes. Like, it reverts Droplets to its former OP dungeon because it's easily accessible and has a lot of easy checks. So yeah. So unfortunately, this time you got sniped by Aero, but you still managed to finish third.
I'm not worried about it. I was pretty sleepy too. I made a lot of weird mistakes. That I think I went to sleep really early last night for daylight savings, and I've been up for a while.
Yeah, we had a kind of a discussion about daylight saving time and the fact that it doesn't change at the same time as Europe. So keeping the time slot or not is a weird question because the time slot is based on the UTC. So yeah. At least in 2 weeks, it will be synchronized again, and it will be probably revert to the original time. And we are joined by Tresco. So I think that's when we need to wrap up and give it a channel, right?
Pretty
All right.
much. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I want to give a big shout out to Rammstein and to Nimbus for doing the volunteering, and to Hayes and Bluesy for being featured. GG on making it to the end. And
Thanks.
yeah, Obscures suck.
I liked it. I gotta go though. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining, and have a good night.
Have a good one, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and see you very soon.